Most of my life and all of my working life I've been an artist. I didn't get accepted into art school, so I took up an external degree in mathematics and thought I might go into science, but I still wanted to do art, so I kind of kept working at my art. People all over the world have collected my work. I've had exhibitions mostly throughout Australia, but I have had international exhibitions as well. We went to USA in 1989 and launched a book in Beverly Hills and had 2 exhibitions in Hollywood and Beverly Hills. I enjoyed, I guess, mostly trying new things in art and experimenting. That's, to me, the most artistic part of it. And here we have another drawing, except this one was done by a robot, not by me. I got the idea of building the robot because there are a lot of instructions for building a homemade 3D printer. Then I had the idea that if the 3D printer can squirt molten plastic out of a nozzle and spread that around, why not squirt paint out of a nozzle and spread that around and do a piece of artwork? So I built my first painting robot. It didn't take long to actually build the robot, and it squirted paint out of a syringe nozzle through some bristles on a brush. I found it was very slow in painting, so later I built another robot that actually held a paintbrush more like a human would hold the paintbrush, dipped it in pots of paint, like you see behind me there, and actually behaved more like a person would who was doing a painting. And then it became kind of interesting because I found out that the generative program was generating things that I would never have thought of. Even though I kind of thought of the program, it still does things that I didn't envisage that it would do. So that makes it even more interesting because there's that aspect of discovering the art as it happens. I always focus on things, I want to do things too perfectly and so on, but the robot doesn't have anything like that. You can see it's pretty wonky, it's also pretty spread out. It wobbles as it goes, so that imparts a kind of a curvature to the actual strokes, which I kind of find attractive. It's a kind of the organic look of a human stroke, say. Try out ideas. Like with myself, I might have an idea for how to approach a painting and carry out that painting. If I were to try to put that idea into practice myself, then I'm subjected to my kind of human weaknesses. I can't apply the same strategy across a big canvas without sort of suddenly wanting to change some bit or getting tired or whatever. But a robot can continue from beginning to end and carry out the work. There's a big difference between an actual painting in physical paint on canvas than a digital print. There's a lot more emotive impact, I think. There's sort of some question about who's actually the artist, whether I'm the artist because I did that kind of minimal amount of designing and setting up, and obviously wrote the program as well, or the robot that actually did all the work of the painting. I kind of see it as a collaboration, I guess. The way that I've thought about creating the program was modelled on my own painting, looking at myself reflectively and what I do when I'm doing a painting. People say to me, oh, why don't you sell the software? But, I tinker around with the programs. I still just run my program from a command line. I haven't packaged it at all. It doesn't look pretty, it's just functional, but I know how it works, so I can tinker and play with it. And that's more what I've been interested in doing. It also raises a lot of questions about what creativity is and whether machines can do it, whether it's something just people can do and humans can do, or whether it's something a lot simpler than that can be replicated and modelled.